You are watching the Walkertown Report. Hello, my name is Dwayne Walker, and it is coming to an end. 2025 is unfortunately coming to an end, and we're about to hit 2026. And that year has ended on quite an interesting jolt here. Just a few weeks ago, we had the opening of Filipino Town in Las Vegas, which is at the Boulevard Mall, which is right next to the Maryland Boulevard, near Desert Inn and Tropicana, between those two. And it's a place known for a lot of Filipino businesses, everything from Alas to restaurants, shipping companies, travel agents, you name it. And anyway, while I was there, at the same time this was happening, there was a film festival, the Las Vegas Filipino Short Film Festival that was on, and that was where I got to meet the filmmaker Shawn Rosen. And just recently I had the opportunity to interview him, and I'll be glad to showcase that interview. I've got some editing to do. But now last year at this time I was talking about like where I would be this year at this time, and I was hoping I'd be in the Philippines, and that isn't the case. But there's such a revival of Filipino culture happening here in Las Vegas that I'm very, very curious about. We've got a museum that's in the Boulevard Mall called the Filipino American Museum, and right when you go in there, one of the first things that you see, or at least I saw in the window, was a statue that's at Rizal Park, where they have the changing of the guards. And this is where Jose Rizal stood up for the freedom of his people, and he was gunned down. And they got some statues there that just, when I first saw them, it just knocked me back. I mean, because these are like 3D and you can walk between them, and it's designed pretty much like it was when Rizal was shot. Anyway, that's one of the first things you see when you look into the window of the Filipino American Museum over here in Las Vegas. And of course we have Shawn Rosen, who's made a number of interesting movies, and believe it or not, he started making movies during the lockdown with his family, but his movies are really brimming with top quality, and you can see a lot of them online, and I've got the link that you can find these movies right down below in the description. Two of them, one is Palaisipan. I hope I have that right, Palaisipan. And that one is about a woman who has lost her daughter, but she notices that there's this little chest, small little chest that she opens it up, and it seems to bring her daughter back to her. Then when we get back to Dyad, we're looking at another story of a mother trying to connect with her daughter as well. And that's interesting because they can never connect on the same physical plane. She claps her hands and then she actually becomes the daughter. But then when the daughter claps her hands, she becomes a mother, but they don't actually live together in the same planes. And at first when I saw this, I was trying to interpret this in the sense of a metaphor, like maybe this is a woman who lost her daughter and this is something going on in her mind. Turns out that there's some Filipino folklore behind both these two movies that maybe one day we'll see them as a feature, but we'll be talking about that also on our conversation with Shawn Rosen. So keep tabs. Thank you for watching these programs and supporting them over the years, and we'll see you next year with even more programs. The main programs now that I'm concentrating on is Psycho Cinema Therapy Theater, where we don't really review movies as much as we discuss the movies. That's why I'm not classifying it anymore as entertainment, but as education. Because just like when we study our dreams, we learn more about ourselves. When we study movies, which would be the collective unconsciousness of whatever country you happen to be living in, we learn a little bit more about us as a country, as a society, and where we're actually going to go. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next year at Walkertown Media Works.